when it comes to summer coming, one of the things that we need to put away for the summer is our snowblower. And what can we do to put away our snowblower properly to make sure that it comes out of summer and is ready for use in winter without a lot of headaches?
There again, we'll go back to the fuel stabilizer. Try to run it completely out of fuel if you can. You're not going to get it all out of there.
So do we put the fuel stabilizer in and then run it?
Yes.
Okay.
Add your stabilizer first, and then run it as far down as you possibly can.
Okay. So
and that'll go through the carburetor and lube that up and stuff. And
so the gas that they have in their snowblower has been sitting there for a little while.
Right.
So just run the whole tank out?
Well, if you can siphon out most of it and then add your fuel stabilizer to whatever's left in the bottom of the tank.
Okay.
And then run it until it dies or run most of it out.
Okay.
That's the best way to store it for the...
So a couple capfuls into the fuel.
Yep.
Run it till it's dry. It's going to sit out in your front yard and putter at the end. And then when it dies, should you try to start it again to get all of it out, or?
No. Once it dies, you'll be fine. Okay. And then if there is a fuel shutoff valve on the tank, I would turn that off and then let it idle until it dies the last couple of runs or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
And then that'll burn the gas or most of the gas that's in the carburetor out.
Okay. That empties out the bowl.
Correct.
That's in there. Okay.
Then when you add fuel in the fall to start your snowblower, you're adding fresh fuel. You open up that valve, and then you got fresh gas going to your carburetor.
Okay. So after you run it dry, you don't need to put anything in the tank.
No, because you already did.
Because you ran the stabilizer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And then when the summer's over, time to get ready for winter here. Probably start with some canned fuel. Wouldn't be a bad thing.
That would be a good thing.
To clean it a little bit.
Or the higher octane is the better.
Yeah. And then when you go to start it for the first time, little seafoam,
sure.
Yeah, little seafoam in there to help clean that all out from anything that's been sitting in there and getting grungy over the last 3, 4, 5 months, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So to summarize this, to put away your snowblower for the year, okay, put a little fuel stabilizer in. Well, get rid of a little bit of the gas if you have it topped off. If you can siphon any out. If you can't siphon it out, that's fine. Then just put a little bit more of this in there because this is based on 1 cap per gallon of fuel. Correct. So if your snowblower has maybe at the most 1.5 gallons in it, right? 2 gallon tank on there?
Oh, not even that much.
1 gallon tank?
Yeah.
So just put 1 cap in, 1 or 2 caps in, run that till it runs dry. Right when it's getting down to where it's starting to putter a little bit, turn off the fuel from the fuel tank if you can.
Yep.
Let it keep running dry till there's nothing else left in there, and
it'll actually shut off.
And it'll turn off all on its own.
Yep.
Should they lubricate anything?
Oh, grease and lube everything before you put it away.
Before you put it away.
Yeah.
Okay. So anywhere there's a grease cert, you want to grease.
And then I actually use like a silicone spray.
Okay.
For lubing the auger system and everything to shoot.
Sure. Where all the joints are, and the moving pieces.
Yeah, wherever you have a little rust spot, maybe.
Yeah.
Just soak that down with some silicone.
Yep. Now, sometimes people fog. Is fogging a thing?
Yep. You can take your spark plug out and then fog the cylinder.
And that's just a spray.
That's just a spray, yeah.
Yep. So your spark plug, you guys, you can take that out, spray a little fogger in there. Seafoam, I think, makes us fogger, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so you can get the seafoam fogger, just spray it right in there. Do you have to run it at all then, or just
pull it over a couple times?
Okay, so just pull the handle a couple times to get a couple of rotations.
And then the cylinder will go up and down a couple times. That'll lube everything inside the cylinder.
Sure. So then there's even if some water or something like that does get in there, it's not going to start corroding.
Correct.
Okay, cool. And then as far as storage, just put a sheet over it and call it a day.
Yep.
Put it away in the shed.
Put it away wherever you store it. I'd like to mention if you do have a storage shed that's actually outside, you might want to put a couple of dryer sheets or something on the tires and stuff just to keep the mice out.
Oh, okay.
Of the cavity that they'll crawl up inside the motor and stuff and
find a spot.
Yeah, they'll build a nest in there, and we've run into that quite a bit where they make their little home right in the.
My mother-in-law, she used to have the mice get up underneath the car and they'd fill it up because they'd go to Arizona and they'd come back and they're mouse nests in the car, in the muffler and all that kind of stuff, and the car wouldn't run right.
What they do is they love the like the spark plug wires. Mm-hmm. I think they're actually made out of a little peanut butter.
Oh,
and they they sit and chew that up, then you got problems.
That's like
fall.
Air conditioner wires and stuff too.
Yep,
Yeah. And then I guess so that is winterize your snowblower. As far as the difference between home motor maintenance and professional maintenance.
I mean, I guess if you know what you're doing, that there's not a whole lot of difference between me coming out. I do go through everything and tighten bolts and stuff that you probably wouldn't normally do.
Might not even be able to access in most cases without taking it apart.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, the belly pan on the bottom of the snowblower and stuff, we take that all off and lubricate everything inside there, the gearbox and the shafts and everything. So, sure. I mean, we do a thorough tune-up when we do come out.
Yep.
So,
and how often should somebody be getting their equipment tuned up?
It kind of depends on the individual and actually how much they use it.
Okay.
Usually a snowblower we can get away with every other year.
Okay.
Your lawnmowers, I would recommend that doing it every year. You do use those a lot more than the snowblowers, and
especially
sharpening the blade is huge. Yeah. I mean, you can actually kind of see it. It'll actually start to tear the grass instead of actually cut it. Yeah, like split ends on your hair.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can actually see it when the blade is getting dull,
and that's not good for your grass either.
No,
so
it doesn't help the grass grow or anything
all kinds
like
of diseases and things like that.
Correct.
Yeah. If you do need your equipment serviced or maintained, give them a call. They'll come right to you. You don't have to take your snowblower anywhere. You don't have to take your lawnmower anywhere to get it taken care of and make sure that it's going to work when you need it to. All right.
And when your equipment dies, call the guys.
I love a tagline. When your equipment dies, call the guys. Tammy, we need a tagline. Do I have a tag? Oh, yeah, I kind of do have a tagline. The better you take care of your home, the better it takes you. Okay, I'm with you. We're with you.